the NHL's Olympic break, and the Boston Bruins' usual haunts are quiet. After 10 days off, practice for everyone not in Sochi resumes tomorrow. Bruins defensemen Torrey Krug and Kevin Miller are taking advantage of their final day off to grab a bite and watch their Czech teammate David Krejci face Team USA in the quarterfinals.
We got rain tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Stay away from the pasta.
Stay away from the pasta.
As Americans, Krug and Miller will naturally be pulling for the U.S., but they can't help but admire Krejci's skill.
I don't know. They'll have their hands full with Kretsch.
He's out there just wheeling around. I watched him play yesterday. He's just absolutely wheeling around.
It's his game, you know?
His deal.
No way. How did that go in?
Sleeping.
Yeah, he's disgusting. That was disgusting.
I didn't see it. Who was it?
Kretsch. Hey, watch this. They just scored.
I'm too busy enjoying this meal here.
I'm so happy I don't have to play against them.
As the guys' food arrives, the game heats up, and despite Krejci's wheeling and dealing, Team USA is taking control.
Oh, yeah. There's one. Yeah, good one.
There's a good one?
I was just saying how weird it'd be, like, you know there's guys on the same team that just don't like each other. It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Us and Bart.
It's us and Bart.
Hate that guy.
Score. Goal.
Oh, nice. I was getting worried there for a little bit. Shucks.
Yeah. That was another one of them good goals.
Yeah.
Game. U.S. Canada.
America. America.
It's obvious Kevin and Torrey have enjoyed their food and the Team USA victory, but it all comes at a price. And if you know hockey players, they always have creative ways to figure out who's picking up the tab.
I'll throw scissors.
Okay, ready?
Vacation is officially over, and the Bruins are excited to be back together. But they are not excited to see what strength and conditioning coach John Whitesides has planned for them today. It's a full team weigh-in, and every ounce counts.
Everything off, I don't see you a little worried. You want to take the bottoms off too? Just 2, 1, 3, down a little bit.
Always the same, big boy. Nice job.
Close.
Everyone has made their weights. Now, onto the ice.
193.
Nice job. Thanks.
Head coach Claude Julien and the team's Olympians are still in Sochi and not at today's practice. Brad Marchand, however, is present and accounted for.
What are you doing, man?
What's wrong? I hit your nose?
No. It's your barrel.
Man, I was throwing my gum away.
Your barrel hit my nose.
Come on! That's our far wide! If White puts it out, it's our puck.
Work on your discipline, Marshall.
Oh, I almost snapped there. Yeah. I want some, Iggy. Am I Mike? Gold's hot, boys. Gold's hot today. Yeah, I had you. I just lost the puck. No, you're not. I hear you coming. Hey, I'm dying.
The legs might not be there just yet, but Marshy's chirping game is apparently just fine. He is, however, missing his longtime line mate Patrice Bergeron.
I don't know what we're doing. We lost it though, Bergie.
There is a definite training camp feel to the first practice back, made clear when assistant coach Doug Huda ends the session with a 15-lap in 3-minute skate that really has the guys feeling the burn.
Thank God that's over.
Your legs are bleeding.
Yeah. Whew. They burn.
Day 2 of the Bruins' prep for the post-break stretch run finds them fueling up for another grueling practice, while watching teammates Tuukka Rask and Louis Eriksson battle for a chance to play for gold. Undoubtedly, Swedish native Carl Soderberg is happy about his country advancing, but on the ice today, he will continue to fill in for Patrice Bergeron and work with his temporary line mate, Brad Marchand.
If you're going to play in Bergie's spot, you got to play like Bergie. Pass it to the left side. Yeah, but I want you to play like Bergie.
Say hi to the camera.
Now, for all of you who wonder what it might be like to take the ice with the Boston Bruins, we give you the Bart Cam.
That went a little high.
Bees defenseman Matt Bartkowski has agreed to wear a camera today so people can see and feel what it's like to practice with the Bruins.
Reverse. Say hi. Damn, I just fixed this.
Not surprisingly, these practices are tough, and assistant coach Doug Huda, who's helping run things in Claude Julien's Olympic absence, isn't letting up.
Now what?
Going to it.
No. This is going to be hard.
All right, so let's go here. 2 white guys there, 2 D right here. On the whistle.
Leave him. I got him. Oh! Get it. Holy hell, my feet hurt. Oh my God. I tipped that. I think I'll be all right in 3 days. Work for each other here. Come on.
In their return to action, the Bruins overcome a 2-goal deficit to take a 4-3 lead in the third.
Oh, there it is, there it is.
Unfortunately, a last-minute goal by the Sabres leads to overtime and a frustrating outcome. So the boys leave Buffalo with a point, but definitely a bad taste in their mouths. Two days later, the Bees are back at practice and preparing to face the Washington Capitals. The trade deadline is looming, but for Sean Thornton, today's focus is convincing his teammates to shave their heads for his annual Cuts for a Cause charity event. In Sean's mind, it's simple. Shave your head or pony up the cash.
Yeah.
I'll make it generous donation. Hey, if I donate like $5,000.
$5,000
out of my donation.
Sick. Bart?
I'll trade my head.
Squirrel, what are you doing?
We're doing you a favor. Look at that thing.
Buddy, I'm at 12 right now.
Oh my God.
If I shave my head, I drop to like a 9.
It's not here yet. You're getting a free haircut, right?
Who's just doing it all? Team again?
Is he doing it? Tuukka.
Is he doing it?
Yes, he's getting a free haircut. Of course he is. Carl, Cuts for a Cause. Head shaving thing? Shaving your head, or are you going to make a lot of money? Are you going to donate $5,000 like Tuukka?
Don't donate money.
Donate $5,000?
$5,000.
Sick. You guys heard it. Carl's going to donate $5,000.
What, Carlos?
It appears that after March 26th, we can expect some new dues from almost all of the Bees.
Yeah, I would like to see Iggy grow his hair out. That would be
Yeah, I do too.
that would be like the opposite. Iggy can grow his hair out.
Yes.
So the person
It wouldn't grow
donates.
much by 20 days. It wouldn't even
The
grow.
person
donates for him to grow it until the end of the playoffs?
Exactly. What is it big?
We just see
I
like the
see the
spots
picture.
like
I
right
see
here,
all the
right? Just
hockey
some
cards.
like sans feathers right here and right here.
Stand, you're like pushing it over.
Everybody knows Bruins fans love their team. The organization feels the same way about them. The night before their return to action at the Garden, they hosted an event to personally say thank you to some longtime season ticket holders.
From the players, myself, management, coaching staff, ownership, we can't thank you guys enough for all your support. It means a great deal from a player's perspective to play in front of a full house, and you guys have given us that, I don't know, what is it, 190 some odd games or something like that in a row. You know, it's a privilege to play in front of you folks and to wear the Spoke B. You know, we're going to do everything we can to bring the Stanley Cup back.
It's a Saturday matinee at the Garden, and the Bruins players aren't the only ones that need to shake the rust off.
I always run up the stairs.
Nesson play-by-play guy Jack Edwards is in early to get a little exercise and prep for today's game with the Washington Capitals.
How are you? Welcome back.
Good to see you, bud.
Jack's been calling Bruins games since 2005, so he's a familiar face around the Garden. And just like the players, there is a game day routine.
3 guys who make up one of the best lines in the National Hockey League.
Think you'd answer that on the bench?
Yes.
Things start with a meal and production meeting with the Nesson crew before heading to press level high above the ice.
Oh, hold that car. Brilliant. Can we go to 9, please?
Absolutely.
Now every broadcaster has a system for keeping track of important information when calling a game. But Jack, he takes it to a whole different level.
This is my guess for the lines and D pairs, and these are all stickers. I manufactured these myself. Shorthanded time on ice, penalties taken, penalties drawn, how many consecutive games without a goal, how many fighting majors so far in the season, and then the wacky one, broken sticks. It's 4 to 5 hours of prepping this game form. And then for each specific game, it's an additional 4 or so hours of clerical and paperwork and study, and then I do as much video study as I can.
Jackie boy.
How are you, Brick?
Stella.
Wicked.
The other half of the broadcast team is, of course, Massachusetts native and former Bruin Andy Brickley.
As well, and really try to assure as much home ice as you can get going into the postseason.
Hockey knowledge, intense preparation, and teamwork makes for a great broadcast. Hopefully for the Bruins, it means a great game on the ice as well.
Suck it, you milk drinker.
Hey, you're trying to catch us on the right side there, boys. Trying to catch you all that work, boys.
You like milk?
Trickles to Thornton. Thornton in front for Campbell. He scores! Daniel Pye and Gregory Campbell flying down the slot, and the Bruins are within 1.
There were a few positive moments, but things did not go as planned for the Bees in their first game at home after the break.
Backstrom takes it away, and the Caps take a victory out of Boston, 4-2.
A win at New York is the first since the break. The team now returns to the Garden to host the Panthers and build on that victory. If winger Jordan Caron looks like he has a little extra spring in his step, he does. He's back in the lineup for the first time since January 27th. Old friend Tim Thomas is back tending goal for the Panthers, and his unconventional headgear is a definite topic of conversation.
Oh my God! Look at Timmy. That's a better mask than the last one. No, it's not.
Caron's fresh legs are evident immediately as he, along with line mates Chris Kelly and Carl Soderberg, apply pressure early and often.
Keep going, eh, bud? Yep.
They're unbelievables.
That's good. Hey! Nice, buddy. That's it.
Caron may not have played for a while, but his toughness is still there. After his collision, there's a few minutes in the tunnel to regroup, then right back out for his next shift. David Krejci's second goal makes it 3-zip Bruins. And with a comfortable lead late in the third, his teammates are pulling for him to get the hat trick.
Good sticks, boys. Good sticks. There he is. There he is.
Flip it.
Krejci's third goal seals the win, and predictably, here come the hats.
Good game, man. Yeah, you too, buddy. Good ball. First game back? Yeah. Good ball. Nice ball. That's it.
When a Bruin scores a hat trick on home ice, there are two things he needs to do. The first is talk to the media. The second is to pick out a hat from the fans' donation.
Let's see what it looks on you. Sick. Yeah.
Alright. That hat fits you perfectly. Yeah? That's my size, dude.
It's trade deadline day. One final chance for management to bolster the Bruins roster for the playoff push.
When you call them and they say we're in a holding pattern or so?
Yeah. So it's about how much do we push and how much do we push back the plan to B and C. I mean, we got some time, but it's like we don't have much time. So at some point, I gotta act on that.
With Dennis Seidenberg out and Adam McQuaid's status uncertain, the focus is adding depth to the blue line. And the Bruins land two players to help in this area. Andre Mazzaros via trade with Philly and Corey Potter off the waiver wire.
Yeah, so I'll wait for Donnie to talk to him, then I'll connect with him. And then after that, we'll make a determination. So I'll look at flights today. You look at them tomorrow. Okay. And then we'll see what he wants to do.
Corey. Not bad. How are you? Well, it isn't quite spring here yet, but it's probably a little warmer than Edmonton. And so welcome aboard.
Acquiring a player is just the beginning. There's lots of logistics to cover in a very short period of time. For Corey Potter, that means moving 2,624 miles across the continent within 24 hours. Thankfully, there's help.
Hello?
Corey.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ryan Nato with the Bruins.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
I think today it looks like the latest flight we could do to get you in by tonight is 2:30 your time, which would obviously be pretty tight in terms of getting packed, getting to the airport, but that would get you into Boston at a little after 11 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
Or we could obviously look at tomorrow.
Yeah, as far as time goes, it probably might work out a little better to leave tomorrow, so I can just get my together here and get everything kind of buttoned up and taken care of.
Uprooting your whole life and moving across country in one day is tough enough. But finding a new jersey number on a team with as much history as the Bruins, that isn't easy either.
I'll probably either do 6 or 15. 15 might not be bad.
15?
15's
Yeah.
retired.
It's retired, yeah. That's Milt Schmidt.
15's gone?
Yeah, 15's gone. So I think you're at 6 or 16?
I guess I'll do 6.
Mazzaros had a much shorter journey than the new number 6 and was able to join his former teammate and countryman Zdeno Chara for the next morning's skate.
Sme mali tiež ráno pick ale až po tréningu 11:20. Začínal. Hey, how are you? Andre Mazzaros. Nice to meet you.
Joining a close-knit team can potentially be an awkward experience, but right from the start, Bruins players and staff go out of their way to make Andre feel part of the family.
Andre, hey.
Beats.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Should be in pretty good shape.
Huh?
All your stuff's black, so you should be...
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about that. So, Andre Mazzaros. Hi, nice to meet you.
Bruins, he played and...
Pleasure to meet you.
He does tickets, so if you need tickets, just tell me.
Okay.
I'll take the tickets.
Yeah, you can take him for now. I don't really need him.
Just gonna hang out for a bit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, I'm happy to be here, that's for sure.
There is 1 month left in the regular season, and the passing of the trade deadline has left the Bruins a deeper team. The roster is now set. No more trades can be made, This is the group that will be making a run at the Bruins' 7th Stanley Cup. Buckle up, Bees fans. The fun is just about to begin.